Alright, so I finally have the 4066R back from the dealer, and I figured I would finally do the video basically showing everything that I got added to the tractor. So 4066R, 66 horsepower, engine horsepower, 52 PTO. I opted for the E-Hydro transmission over the power reverser. Power reversers 12 forward speed, 12 reverse speeds, I think, and then the E-Hydro's 3 forward, 3 ranges. Deluxe Cab with air ride seat. The 4066 comes standard with air ride seat. The 4044 and the 4052 do not come standard with air ride seat, but it is an option, but it is standard on the 4066. And then the R4 tires instead of the turf tires or the ag tires. That was one option that I wanted. And then I also, from the factory, got the radio. I mostly did that for my wife. I could probably work in complete silence, but my wife likes the radio. So in fact, the first time she got in it, she played with the radio and got all the presets for the radio done. And I really haven't done anything with it, but it is iPod ready, iPad, iPhone, whatever it is. It's ready for that. It's got a USB connection. So that's what it came from the factory. Everything else was dealer installed, and so I'll just walk around and show you some of those. The first thing is the coolant heater. This is the end right here. This is dealer installed. You can see the plug up in there. That is one thing that they installed. It's a pretty cheap addition, even though this tractor is going to be kept in the shop. I'll plug it in for the coolant heater. It'll help the engine get a little warmer a little quicker. And then in the rear of the tractor, I had the 4th and 5th SCVs installed. That is right here. So 4th and 5th SCVs. This is the 4th, this is the 5th, and then those controls are in the cab, and I will show you that when I get up in the cab. Electro-hydraulic third remote right here that actually goes up front to the loader, or you could probably just, I guess, unplug those, cap them, and then use them back here if you would like. And then the iMatch hitch, that is an attachment I got. That's what I really wanted. Along with those, I also got telescoping draft arms, which is right here. To work those, basically, I can't do it with the camera in my hand. Basically, you pick up that lever, and then you can actually extend the draft arms out a little ways, and by extending them out, you are able to hook up equipment. Now, that's not all that big a deal for an iMatch, because you basically back into the iMatch, and everything should just hook straight up. But occasionally, because I like older equipment, I think that's been shown in lots of videos, I tend to have a bunch of old stuff. A lot of older, well, actually most older equipment is not iMatch compatible. So I will have to take the iMatch hitch off at sometimes if I want to put some non-iMatch compatible equipment on here. For instance, older plows, stuff like that. And then also at the same time, the 3-point Downforce kit, which you see these hydraulic cylinders right here. That's the Downforce kit. Applies an extra 500 pounds to the rear attachment over just the weight. So and then all those lines are plumbed in here. That is an electronic valve. I'll show you control from the cab. Now, one important thing with the hydraulic downforce is the hydraulic downforce is not compatible with the top and tilt kit from John Deere. I don't know why this is. I asked my salesman. He's not quite sure why it is either. So the top and tilt kit is not compatible with Downforce. Now, there's a lot of arguments and a lot of threads out there on whether the Downforce kit is practical compared to a top and tilt kit. Honestly, the tilt for me, and for those of you that don't know, a top and tilt kit basically is a hydraulic top cylinder to replace the mechanical top cylinder, and then one of your lift links is one of your draft arm lift links is a hydraulic cylinder. So basically it allows you to tilt and pull, tilt from side to side, or I guess angle, however you want to think of that, from side to side, and then also move the top link to adjust your, I guess, cutting, what I would call cutting depth. So for instance, on a box blade, you want to take less of a cut, you would tilt your box blade back. You want to take more of a cut, you would tilt it forward. Now, I think you can, I don't know why it's not compatible. So far, I have found no information saying why it's not compatible, so your guess is as good as mine. But I do have an extra 500 pounds of downforce. I probably will go ahead in the future and install a hydraulic top link. I see absolutely no problem with the hydraulic top link. My guess with the hydraulic top and tilt is there's some problem in here or force with the tilt cylinder that would overload the downforce cylinders. That's my only guess. That's a hypothetical guess on my part based on parts breakdowns. One thing I did get that was kind of corny, and my wife's made fun of me several times, is the beacon light up there. That's actually kind of an expensive option, but at the same time, I will probably end up using this machine out by the road. And so in the name of safety, I went ahead and got the orange beacon. Then also at the same time, I have 4 rear wheel weights. Those are 106 pounds a piece. I think that's right. So I have 424 pounds that I've added to the rear of the tractor. And then the last thing is I have the front weight bracket and 6 70-pound weights. Now the front weight bracket will also fit up to 12 70-pound weights. I wasn't quite prepared to spend that much money on 70-pound weights, so I will acquire them over time. Now in the instruction manual, I believe it says that I am not supposed to put front weights on the existing grill or the existing bumper. So I don't know quite why that is, but I'll actually take you up there and show you. I've got everything sitting in the front of the shop. I'll take you up there and show you everything with the 6 weights and the weight bracket. It's a pretty big weight bracket. One thing I did want to comment here, one thing I will add to this tractor probably relatively soon, I've been talking with the sales guy about this, is I will probably add a unitach or a single attach point for the hydraulics. That is an available kit for this machine. I didn't think that I wanted it, but that's actually a pretty tight fit in there, particularly with the third SEV being there for the front. So that's $701, I think, for those of you that have asked prices of stuff. And really, I've been asked about price, both in comments and also in just private messages. The reason I'm not discussing price on any of this is, I mean, you can see MSRP on these machines. And you really have to do what's right for you. There's no right or wrong answer. So yeah, I mean, I don't think there's really a reason to discuss price unless it's something like, oh hey, for $701 I can add the single attach point, which yeah, that seems like a lot of money for one thing, but honestly, it makes my life that much easier. If it's that much easier to take the loader on and off, then why not? So, but anyway, I'll go ahead and climb up in the cab and I will show you the controls up there.